Join me as I dive into the world of Five Guys and try to uncover the secret to their success. Can I figure it out? Five Guys is a name that's synonymous with great burgers and excellent customer service. This fast food chain has been making waves in the industry for years, and it's easy to see why. With a reputation for serving up juicy burgers, crispy fries, and endless options for customization, it's no wonder that Five Guys has built a loyal following. But what sets them apart from other fast food chains? And how have they managed to thrive in such a competitive market? The fast food industry is cutthroat, with countless chains vying for customers' attention. Many restaurants struggle to stay afloat, but Five Guys seems to be bucking the trend. One reason for this is that they're not afraid to take risks and try new things. They're constantly innovating and looking for ways to improve their menu and customer experience. This willingness to adapt has helped them stay ahead of the curve and keep their customers coming back for more. In the modern era, the food and beverage industry faces a challenge unlike any it has seen before. It's not just about competition anymore. It's a fundamental shift in the very fabric of consumer consciousness. We've entered the age of the conscious consumer, a discerning individual who wields their purchasing power like a vote for the world they want to live in. This new landscape is a minefield for legacy brands built on the old pillars of speed and convenience alone. The questions customers ask have evolved from, is it cheap and fast? To, where does this come from? Is it ethically sourced? What's its environmental impact? Does it align with my personal health goals? This tidal wave of changing preferences, driven by a powerful desire for health-conscious eating and sustainability, has left many established restaurants struggling to keep their footing. The rise of plant-based diets, championed by innovators like Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods, has completely redefined the burger itself. The demand for transparency, for organic, non-GMO, and locally sourced ingredients is no longer a niche request, but a mainstream expectation. A recent study revealed that over 70% of millennial and Gen Z consumers are willing to pay a premium for products from sustainable and ethical brands. For fast food chains, this isn't just a trend, it's an existential threat. Their entire business model, optimized for decades around centralized supply chains, frozen ingredients, and maximum efficiency, is being called into question. Trying to pivot is like trying to turn a massive cargo ship on a dime. Many have tried, launching a token plant-based option or a healthier menu, only to find it feels inauthentic, a desperate attempt to chase a trend rather than a genuine commitment to change. The result is often customer cynicism and a brand identity that becomes diluted and confused. In this turbulent environment, survival depends on authenticity and the ability to genuinely meet the consumer where they are. But amidst this chaos, Five Guys didn't just survive, it thrived. They managed to stay profoundly relevant, not by chasing every new fad, but by doubling down on a core philosophy that was, perhaps unintentionally, perfectly aligned with the future of food: radical customization and uncompromising freshness. Their secret wasn't a costly new product launch or a massive marketing campaign. It was the simple, powerful idea of giving control back to the customer. While competitors offered a rigid menu with one or two healthy alternatives, Five Guys presented a canvas and a palette of fresh ingredients. Their promise of over 250,000 ways to order a burger wasn't a gimmick. It was a declaration of customer empowerment. This philosophy naturally catered to a vast spectrum of dietary needs and preferences. For vegetarians, there wasn't just a single, often mediocre veggie patty. Instead, they offered a veggie sandwich, a fully customizable creation where you could pile on grilled mushrooms, green peppers, and onions, along with any of their other fresh toppings. For the growing number of vegan customers, the solution was simple and elegant. While their standard bun contains dairy, the staff is trained to suggest a lettuce wrap, creating a crisp, fresh, and fully vegan meal, especially when paired with their famous fries, which are famously cooked in 100% peanut oil. And for those with gluten sensitivities or following low-carb diets like keto or paleo, the lettuce wrap became a game changer. This wasn't a special request. It was a standard option, seamlessly integrated into their ordering process. Five Guys demonstrated that you don't need a separate, complicated menu to be inclusive. By focusing on a simple list of high-quality, fresh ingredients and allowing customers to combine them freely, they created a system that was inherently adaptable. It was a brilliant strategy that made everyone feel welcome, not as an afterthought, but as a valued customer whose individual needs could be met without fuss. The fast food industry is a battlefield, a relentless war fought on multiple fronts. competition is beyond fierce. In one corner, you have the Titans, McDonald's and Burger King, competing on a global scale, leveraging their immense supply chains to engage in brutal price wars. Their entire strategy revolves around the dollar menu, value deals, and shaving seconds off drive-through times. In another corner, you have the beloved regional champions like In-N-Out on the West Coast or Whataburger in Texas, brands with deep cultural roots and cult-like followings. And then there's the Better Burger segment, the direct arena for Five Guys, featuring formidable rivals like Shake Shack and Smashburger, who also compete on a platform of higher quality. These competitors fight over every possible advantage. The slickest mobile app, the fastest delivery partnership, the most Instagrammable new menu item. It's a red ocean, bloody with competition. But this is where Five Guys played chess while everyone else played checkers. Instead of fighting on their competitors' terms, they carved out their own uncontested market space. They made a conscious decision to compete on price. A Five Guys meal is unapologetically more expensive, and that price is a statement. It communicates that they are not in the business of selling the cheapest food, but the best. They sidestepped the convenience war, initially forgoing drive-thrus and complex mobile ordering systems to focus all their energy on the in-store experience. They created a niche not just for a better burger, but for a better. Their focus was laser sharp. Deliver the highest quality ingredients possible and back it up with an exceptional, human-centric customer experience. This wasn't just a marketing slogan, it was their entire operational strategy. They built a brand for people who had graduated from traditional fast food, but still craved the simple, satisfying joy of a great burger and fries. This relentless commitment to quality is what transformed customers into a loyal tribe. It starts with a simple, powerful rule that defies industry logic. Five Guys restaurants have no freezers. None. Only coolers. This means their 100% fresh, never frozen ground beef is delivered multiple times a week. It means their potatoes are sourced from specific farms, primarily from Idaho, and the origin is proudly displayed on a whiteboard for all to see each day. It means employees spend the first hours of every morning not just turning on machines, but washing and hand-cutting those potatoes, slicing fresh vegetables, and preparing for the day. This is a level of dedication to freshness that is almost unheard of in the fast food world. Then there's the promise that every single burger is cooked to order. When you place your order, that's when your patty hits the grill. Yes, it means a slightly longer wait, but it's a trade-off their customers gladly accept because the result is a burger that is incomparably hot, juicy, and flavorful. It's a mark of respect for both the ingredient and the person eating it. Even their choice of cooking oil is a testament to their philosophy. They use only 100% refined peanut oil, which is more expensive, but has a high smoke point, allowing them to cook their hand-cut fries to a perfect state of crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. But the food is only half the story. Five Guys understood that a great experience is delivered by happy, motivated people. They built a culture of excellence through a brilliant system, a robust secret shopper program. Twice a week, every single store is visited by an anonymous shopper who grades them on over 90 different metrics, from food quality to cleanliness to staff friendliness. The real genius is what happens next. Crews that score exceptionally well receive a significant cash bonus shared among the team. This transforms a minimum wage job into a high-stakes, high-reward performance. It gamifies excellence, fosters teamwork, and gives every employee a direct financial stake in upholding the brand's standards. This is why the service at Five Guys feels different. The friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere aren't an accident. They are the result of a system designed to reward passion and pride. Ultimately, Five Guys' incredible success isn't a mystery. It's a masterclass in brand integrity. It can be attributed to a powerful combination of factors that all reinforce one another. First, an unwavering commitment to product purity, the no freezers rule, the fresh hand-prepped ingredients, and the cook-to-order promise form an unshakable foundation of quality. Second, a strategy of radical customer empowerment. By offering near-infinite customization through a simple set of ingredients, they put the customer in the driver's seat, making their brand inclusive and desirable to a wide array of dietary needs. Third, they built a genuine culture of excellence, turning their employees into passionate stakeholders through their innovative secret shopper and bonus program. And finally, they mastered a unique and authentic marketing strategy where the store itself is the advertisement. They don't rely on flashy commercials, Their marketing is the open kitchen, the sacks of potatoes stacked in the dining room, the rave reviews from food critics proudly displayed on the walls, and most importantly, the word of mouth from millions of loyal fans. The lesson from Five Guys' journey is a powerful one for any business or entrepreneur. In a world increasingly filled with shortcuts and compromises, there is immense power in doing things the right way. By defining your non-negotiables, focusing on creating undeniable value, and building a culture that empowers both your customers and your employees, you don't just build a successful business, you build a legacy. You prove that quality, integrity, and passion are not just lofty ideals, they are the most potent and sustainable business strategy of all. They use high-quality ingredients, including fresh beef, produce, and cheese, to create a truly exceptional dining experience. Their customer experience is also top-notch, with friendly staff and a welcoming atmosphere that makes customers feel right at home. Additionally, their marketing strategies are innovative and engaging, with a strong social media presence and clever promotions. The quality of their ingredients is one of the main reasons why Five Guys stands out from the competition. They use fresh, never-frozen beef, and their produce is sourced from local farms whenever possible. So what is the ultimate formula for Five Guys' monumental success? It begins with a foundation so simple, yet so profound it has become their unbreakable law, an uncompromising, relentless commitment to quality. This isn't a marketing slogan, it's a tangible reality evident in every single bite. While competitors were exploring frozen patties and cost-cutting measures, the Morel family doubled down on freshness. Their beef is always 100% fresh, never frozen, ground daily. This decision alone dramatically impacts the final product, creating a burger that is juicier, more flavorful, and has a texture that simply cannot be replicated with a frozen puck. This commitment extends to every ingredient. Their potatoes are sourced primarily from Idaho, north of the 42nd parallel, a region renowned for growing dense, high-quality potatoes that result in fries that are crispy on the outside and fluffy, like a baked potato on the inside. They even post a sign in every store telling you exactly which farm the day's potatoes came from. It's a bold act of transparency that builds immense trust. But the true genius lies in how they empower their customers. They offer a curated list of 15 free toppings, which mathematically allows for over 250,000 unique burger combinations. This isn't just about variety, it's a psychological masterstroke. It transforms the customer from a passive recipient into an active creator. It's not just a burger, it's burger built exactly to specifications. This sense of authorship creates a powerful emotional connection and a deep-seated loyalty that keeps people coming back to craft their next masterpiece. But a perfect product is only half the equation. The other half, the element that truly sets Five Guys apart and turns customers into lifelong fans, is the customer experience. From the second you walk through the door, you're not just a number in a queue, you're welcomed into a high-energy, vibrant environment. The brand's philosophy is that if they take care of their employees will take care of the customers. This is where their legendary secret shopper program comes into play. Twice a week, every single Five Guys location is visited by an anonymous auditor who grades the store on everything from food quality and speed to cleanliness, and most importantly, the friendliness of the staff. Massive cash bonuses are awarded to the crews that score well. This brilliantly gamifies excellence, incentivizing every employee to be at their absolute best on every single shift. The result? Genuinely enthusiastic greetings, staff who take the time to get your order right, and an atmosphere that feels less like a transaction and more like a celebration. The famous open kitchen design is another deliberate choice. It's a stage. It provides a form of entertainment while you wait, but more importantly, it's the ultimate display of confidence and transparency. You see the fresh ingredients, you see the clean surfaces, you see the care with which your meal is prepared. This visual proof demolishes any doubt and reinforces the promise of quality, building a level of trust that no traditional ad campaign ever could. Beyond the food and the service, Five Guys masterfully weaves in small, thoughtful details that make customers feel profoundly valued and appreciated. The most iconic of these, of course, is the free peanuts. On the surface, it's a simple snack, but strategically it's a multi-layered tool of genius. First, it immediately conveys a sense of generosity and abundance. Second, it brilliantly solves the problem of wait times. Instead of anxiously checking their watch, customers are happily occupied, turning potential downtime into a positive part of the experience. It's a signature element that's become synonymous with the brand itself. Then there's the obsessive focus on clean restrooms. Jerry Morrell has famously said that if a customer sees a dirty bathroom, they'll assume the kitchen is also dirty. A clean restroom is a nonverbal promise. It signals a deep respect for the customer and an unwavering attention to detail that permeates the entire operation. It's a small thing that has a massive subconscious impact on a customer's perception of quality and safety. These thoughtful touches extend to the walls themselves, often adorned with rave reviews from magazines and, more importantly, crayon drawings from their youngest customers. By proudly displaying this user-generated art, they create a welcoming, family-friendly atmosphere and send a clear message. We see you, we hear you, and we value you. These aren't just amenities. They are carefully orchestrated touchpoints designed to build an emotional connection that lasts long after the last fry is eaten. Perhaps the most radical part of the Five Guys strategy is what they do. In an industry that spends billions on traditional advertising, Five Guys spends virtually nothing. Their marketing strategy is the business itself. They believe the best marketing is a superior product and an unforgettable experience, which in turn fuels the most powerful marketing engine of all, word of mouth. In the digital age, this has evolved into a masterclass in leveraging social media. Their strategy isn't to push slick corporate ads, it's to amplify the voices of their fans. They actively encourage customers to share photos of their custom-built burgers and overflowing bags of fries, and then they celebrate that user-generated content on their own official channels. This creates a tidal wave of authentic, peer-to-peer recommendations, turning their customer base into a massive volunteer marketing army. But their connection goes deeper than just online engagement. Five Guys embeds itself into the very fabric of the neighborhoods it serves. They partner with local businesses, sponsor youth sports teams, and host fundraising events for schools and community organizations. This isn't just corporate responsibility. It's a strategy of deep community integration. They aren't just a chain restaurant in a town, they become the town's burger joint. This hyper-local focus builds a protective moat of goodwill and loyalty around their business that national competitors can't reach. Ultimately, the triumph of Five Guys isn't a single secret ingredient. It's the powerful synergy of all these elements working in perfect harmony. The quality justifies the experience builds loyalty, and the community focus creates unshakable brand evangelists. It's a blueprint for building a business that people don't just buy from, but truly believe in. In the cutthroat arena of the fast food industry, a world dominated by value menus and lightning-fast service, how does a brand not only survive but achieve explosive global growth? What is the single most impactful strategy that propelled a humble family-owned burger joint into an international phenomenon? While many factors contribute to Five Guys' success, one decision stands as a masterclass in business strategy: their unwavering, almost obsessive focus on strategic growth and expansion. This wasn't a reckless dash for market share. It was a calculated, deliberate conquest built on a foundation of unshakable principles. It's a story that begins not with a grand vision for a global empire, but with a simple choice: to either stay small and perfect, or find a way to grow without sacrificing the soul of the brand. The Morrell family famously resisted franchising for nearly 2 decades, fearing that handing over the reins would dilute the quality they had painstakingly perfected. But the public demand was undeniable, and they were faced with a pivotal choice. The path they chose would redefine the premium burger segment and create a blueprint for scaling a brand without selling out. The core of their strategy was a bold, counterintuitive move. While giants like McDonald's and Burger King were locked in a brutal price war, a race to the bottom with their dollar menus, Five Guys looked in the opposite direction. They made the conscious decision to never compete on price. Instead, they chose to compete on quality, experience, and brand integrity. They understood a fundamental truth about consumer psychology: people will pay a premium for something they perceive as genuinely better. They positioned themselves not as fast food, but as fast casual, a category they helped define. The message was clear: this isn't the cheapest burger, it's the best burger. This premium positioning was reinforced by everything they did: the open kitchen, the sacks of fresh potatoes stacked in the dining area, the signs boasting the origin of today's potatoes. It all served as tangible proof of their commitment to freshness and quality. There were no freezers, no microwaves, no preformed patties. This wasn't just a meal, it was a transparent, high-quality food experience. This brand-first philosophy required massive investment in the pillars of their business. First, the product. They established a supply chain dedicated to excellence, sourcing fresh, high-quality ingredients and refusing to compromise. Second, the people. Hiring more staff doesn't begin to cover it. Five Guys invests relentlessly in training its crew to execute with precision and consistency. The real genius, however, lies in their legendary secret shopper program. Twice a week, every single store is visited by an anonymous auditor who grades the location on everything from food quality and speed to cleanliness and employee friendliness. A good score doesn't just come with a pat on the back, it comes with a significant cash bonus for the entire crew on shift. This masterstroke transforms quality control from a top-down mandate into a shared, incentivized goal. It empowers employees and ensures that a burger in Dubai tastes just as perfect as a burger in Virginia. Third, the menu. While competitors bloated their menus to chase every trend, Five Guys kept theirs radically simple. The brilliance wasn't in adding new items, but in unlocking the power of customization. By offering a curated list of high-quality free toppings, they gave the customer complete control, creating a sense of personal creation and endless variety, over 250,000 possible combinations, all while keeping their kitchen operations incredibly lean and efficient. With their brand identity solidified, the Merles finally turned to the engine of their global growth, franchising. But they didn't just sell territories to the highest bidder. They embarked on a meticulous search for partners, not just investors. They looked for seasoned restaurant operators who shared their fanatical devotion to quality and operations. They understood that their brand was their most valuable asset, and they would only entrust it to people who felt the same way. This selective process created a network of highly motivated, deeply invested franchisees who became true brand ambassadors. This expansion wasn't just about planting flags, it was a science. Five Guys employs sophisticated data analytics, studying demographic trends, foot traffic patterns, and local economic indicators to pinpoint A-plus locations. They build strong, collaborative relationships with their franchisees, providing them with an unparalleled support system, from site selection and construction to the intensive training and the powerful secret shopper program. This partnership model allowed them to scale rapidly, opening hundreds of locations across the United States and then, stunningly, across the globe. From the UK and Europe to the Middle East and Asia, the iconic red and white brand began to appear, each new opening a testament to the power of their strategy. A strategy that proved that in a world obsessed with cheaper, a commitment to being better can be the most powerful growth engine of all. By taking a thoughtful and measured approach to growth, Five Guys has been able to build a strong brand that's recognized across the country. Another key strategy that's contributed to Five Guys' success is their commitment to innovation. They're constantly looking for ways to improve their menu and customer experience, whether that means introducing new menu items or investing in new technology. This willingness to adapt has helped them stay ahead of the curve and keep their customers coming back for more. So what can other businesses learn from Five Guys' model? The key takeaway is that focusing on quality, customer experience, and innovation can pay off in a big way. By prioritizing these areas, businesses can build a loyal following and drive growth and expansion. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on Five Guys in the comments. Have you had a great experience at one of their locations, or do you have a favorite menu item? Let me know. And if you're interested in learning more about business and entrepreneurship, be sure to check out my other videos for more insights.